Good morning, children. Welcome back to our science class. In the previous class, we have studied up to probing beak of the birds and how the beaks help the birds in different ways. Everything we have learned. Now, in this class, let us learn about the next beak, that is shifting beak. See, here we have a picture of a bird, that is duck. The duck has a flat and broad beak which has small holes on both the sides. It digs up the food along with food from the base of the pond or lake. Its beak pushes out the mud and water from the holes, leaving the food behind. Its beak thus helps it to sift food from mud and water. The duck has a flat and broad beak which has small holes on both the sides. It digs up the food along with mud from the base of the pond. We know that duck swims in the pond. Its beak pushes out the mud and water because it has holes on the sides of the beak. Then, if the mud and water is sent out through the holes, then what will happen? Inside the beak, only the food is left behind. Then the beak helps to sift the food from mud and water. That is why the beak of the duck is called sifting beak. Once again, I will say, see children, the duck has a flat and broad beak which has small holes on both the sides. It digs up the food along with mud from the base of the pond or lake. Its beak pushes out the mud and water from the holes, leaving behind the food inside the beak. Then it eats the food, swallows the food. The beak helps to sift food from mud and water. That is why the beak of the duck is called as sifting beak. And the next one is sticky beak. See, here we have a picture of a bird which is called swallow. A swallow has a small, broad and sticky beak. The beak is sticky from inside. This helps the swallow to catch flies while flying. When the beak is sticky from inside, what will happen? It catches the flies easily. The arrival of flocks of swallows is a sure sign that summer is on its way. As the beak is sticky from inside, it just catches the insect while they are flying, then it swallows. So till now we have discussed about different beaks of the birds. Now let us go into next part, that is feet and claws. The feet and claws of birds are shaped to suit their perching and food habits. Claws are long curved nails present on the feet. Claws can be used for climbing, protecting, holding food, swimming and perching. Now let us know more about them. See the first one. Here we have different types of birds: woodpecker, duck, vulture, sparrow, crane, and their types of feet is also there in this picture. So these purpose of the feet is different for each bird. Now let us see each bird individually, how they use their feet and claws. See, first one is birds of prey. So see in the picture, the bird like vulture, eagle. You can observe the vulture feet and claws in the picture. These claws of eagle and vulture are strong and sharp, and these help them to firmly hold the food while flying. And second type is perching birds. Example for perching birds are sparrows. Here we can see the feet and claws of sparrows. Sparrows, pigeons and crows have long and slender claws with three toes in front and one at the back. Their toes curl around the branch of a wire and hold it firmly. Next type is swimming birds. See, we can observe here swimming birds like duck. See, we can observe here the feet and claws of ducks. So, ducks and penguins have webbed feet that help them to swim. The front toes of these birds are joined by skin, give them a flat appearance. They use their feet to push and paddle the water while swimming. Next, next type is wading birds. See here, we can observe in this picture the crane, the toes and feet of crane. They're very long. You observe them carefully. Crane and jacana have long legs and wide spreading toes. These help them to walk in shallow water or mud. If we walk in shallow water or mud, we cannot move forward. But these crane and jackanas have long legs and wide spreading toes. These help them to walk in shallow water or mud. The widely spread out toes prevent their body from sinking in water. Next type is climbing birds. Birds like woodpecker. See, we can see in this picture the feet and claws of woodpecker. So, birds like woodpecker and parrot have two toes pointing upwards and two downwards. These birds can cling to trees to catch insects and to hold the fruits. So, this is about woodpecker. Next, next one is scratching birds. See, we have a picture of scratching birds like hens here. See, some birds like hen have strong feet with three toes in front and one at the back. Each toe has a sharp claw to scratch the ground in search of seeds and insects present in the soil. This is about scratching birds like hens. See, once again, let us see the feet and class of birds. First one is birds of prey. Eagle, vulture, and hawk have strong and sharp claws. These help them to firmly hold the prey while flying. Second type is perching birds. Sparrows, pigeon, and crows have a long and slender claws with three toes in front and one at the back. Their toes curl around the branch or a wire and hold it firmly. Next type is swimming birds. Ducks and penguins have webbed feet that help them to swim. The front toes are joined by skin. They use their feet to paddle and push the water while swimming. Next type is wading birds. Crane and jacana have long legs and wide spreading toes. These help them to walk in shallow water or mud. The widely spread out toes prevent their body from sinking in water. They walk in mud without getting their body wet. This is called as wading. Next one is climbing birds. Birds like woodpecker and parrot have two toes pointing upwards and two downwards. These can cling to trees to catch insects and to hold fruits. And next type is scratching birds. Birds like hen have strong feet with three toes in front and one at the back. Each toe has a sharp claw to scratch the ground in search of seeds and insects present in the soil. This is about the feet and claws of different birds. So, with us, find that nature has provided birds with different types of beaks, feet, and claws. These are as per the needs and habits of different birds. Here, we should know about an important person who is Dr. Salim Ali. A person who studies birds is called as ornithologist. Dr. Salim Ali was a very famous Indian ornithologist. He has done a lot for saving the wildlife. He has written many books on birds. Dr. Ali has been awarded the Padma Vibhushan for his work on birds. So, now let us see the assignment. Here we have three questions. The first one is what are claws and name three birds of prey and how do webbed feet help a duck to swim. Now, once let us recall what we have studied in this class. We have studied about shifting beak of duck, how the duck takes out the insects and food from the mud and from the base of the pond. And next one, sticky beak of swallow, how it helps the swallow to catch flies while flying. Next, feet and claws. These claws are the long curved nails present on the feet. Claws can be used for climbing, protecting, holding food, swimming and perching. And the type of feet and claws: birds of prey, perching birds, swimming birds, wading birds, climbing birds, scratching birds. How their feet and claws are designed according to their food habits. And Dr. Salim Ali studies birds. He has done a lot for saving the wildlife. The person who studies birds is called an ornithologist. He has been awarded Padma Vibhushan for his work in ornithology. And coming to the assignment, what are claws? Name three birds of prey. How do webbed feet help a duck to swim? Listen the video carefully, children, and then answer the questions. Thank you.